Hello and good morning, my dear students of class 8. I hope everybody are fine and you are all excited for your new journey and try to go through all the lessons very carefully and happily. So let us begin with chapter number 1, Where the Mind is Without Fear. It's a poem written by Rabindranath Tagore, who is the first Asian Nobel laureate, and he was a Bengali poet, novelist, painter, educator, and he was well known for his innovations in modern India art and music. Shantiniketan, you all know, and he won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1913. So he composed our national anthem, and some of his best works are the Postmaster, Gora, Broken Sunset, all these. So the setting of the poem, Where the Mind is Without Fear. So where the mind is without fear, where the mind is without fear is set in the India of the poet's dreams. So this is the India that Rabindranath Tagore hoped will be created after its independence from the British rule. However, what has been conversed in this poem, so everything that poet had envisioned is occurring in India in reality today. So everything. So let us see what the poem tells us. So this poem, a part of the Nobel Prize winning collection, Gitanjali, was written before India won independence. It was translated from Bengali to English by Tagore himself. Excuse me. You see, it was Tagore himself who have translated this poem into English. So the poem describes his vision of free India, independent India, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, where knowledge is free, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. So, in these lines, the poet starts to imagine what he would like his country to be like. He says that no countryman of his should live with fear on his mind at all times. Instead, they should hold their heads up fearlessly and have confidence in themselves. Knowledge should be available to all citizens. That is, educational institutes should admit students of all races and classes, whether he be Bengali, Hindu, Marwari, Muslim, Sikh, anything. So they do not look upon to any races or classes. And all the various regions of India and their peoples should be united instead of fighting amongst themselves for supremacy. Like previously, Brahmins were the high caste, they must lead, the priest must lead. So, all these things were rubbish. So, we shouldn't maintain or fight among ourselves for the race of supremacy. No, they should fight together against a common enemy. So we should all be united and fight against a very common enemy. So where the mind is without fear, so if you be fearless, your head will be held high, means you will maintain your dignity. Where the knowledge is free, if the knowledge comes free, then you will have your personality in front of others. You cannot be bent down by anyone. Where the knowledge has not been broken up into fragments, where the knowledge means this caste, ego, all these discriminations has not fragmented you, fragmented is the meaning of fragmented is means divided you by narrow domestic walls. So these walls should not come into human race. Okay, the humans must be all united. They cannot be separated. They shouldn't fight among themselves, but rather they should fight with a common enemy, getting united. Now the next lines, where words come out from the depth of truth, where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection, where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way into the dreary desert sand of dead habit. So, in these lines, the poet says that in the India of his dreams, everyone should speak the truth. No person should lie for his own advantage. Every man should make an effort to improve himself and keep trying till he reaches a stage of self perfection. The poet also gives us the imagination, the reason to be an unsullied stream of water through which one can progress easily and without encountering any much obstacles. He imagines this habit to be a desert. The stream of reason seems to him to be lost in the sands of habit. So, here where the words come out from the depth of truth. So, we must not lie. Where tireless striving stretches its arms towards perfection. So, if we keep on try onto something, okay, suppose we are failing, we are not completing something, we are regularly failing in it, but still we are never hopeless. We are hopeful to complete that thing, and we are hopeful to do it more and more, give it a much practice on it, and finally we will success in that. Where the clear stream of reason has not lost its way. Here, the reason must be unsullied stream of water, which will be clear, which has not lost its way. It is flowing in its own direction into a dreary desert sand of dead habit. So the reason, you must not give any reason. You must try hard. You must leave all your bad habits and come out successfully into this world. Okay, by speaking the truth, by removing all the dead habits, all the bad habits that you have, you will surely win what? Your independence. Okay. The next lines, where the mind is led forward by thee, thee here refers to God, into ever widening thought and action, into that haven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. So, in the very last lines, the poet is praying to his Father, to his God, to the Almighty, that to awake the country, to make the people concerned about their own freedom. Okay. So, in these lines, the poet speaks directly to God. He wants his countrymen to be led by him, means the God will guide the people of India so that they can broaden the horizon of both their thought and their actions. So their mind and their actions gives a broader outlook. We must not be introvert. Okay, we must be extrovert. We must be socialized with people. We must mix with others. If they were to do so, then India would be transformed into heaven. So, if every people follow these kind of simple act, then what will happen? Then India would be transformed into a haven where all its citizens would be truly free. So no one can bind them, no one can confine, no external country can come and confine the mind of the Indians. Okay. So it is the envision of Rabindranath Tagore, what he thought has written in this poem. And to be independent, we must not see, we must not get confined within the domestic worlds, within the discriminations. We must see everyone equally, and we must not be disunited. We must always be united among each other. We must always be socialized with each other and help each other to grow India into a prosperous future. Okay, so this is what this poem teaches us. We'll go through all the details and question answers when we do our Zoom class. I hope I have maintained my suspense, my motivation. I have given to you. You are all motivated, and you must always do your works unitedly, complete everything unitedly, rather not fighting with each other. Okay, listening to your parents, not to tell any lie, and always be truthful to yourself and to your actions. Okay, so hope this will encourage you, this poem might encourage you. Okay, so learn this poem so that you can tell others when you recite a good poem to anyone. So practice like this. If you read the poem nicely back at your home, that will enhance your reading skill. So utilize your time properly sitting at home. Okay, have a good day. Bye bye.